Phone's off, right? Or turned down, I should say.
Okie doke. We're about set. We'll have our opening. Make sure our comments are working. T. Fred, thank you for sending the comment on. T. Fred, send. Lower third off. Oh, I gotta fix that real quick.
What are we fixing?
Oh, the comments.
No.
Hey, there it is. Comments are working on the YouTube. I'm not sure about Facebook.
I don't see any comments on Facebook. I don't know if they're working or not.
We'll put one in there.
That's
we'll
what I'm
see,
doing
we'll
right
see
now.
if it works. Facebook's our secondary.
It says,
so
okay.
We're more into the YouTubes. We'll be kind and put it on Facebook at the beginning. So as soon as we get that work, we will begin the show. See if it pops up. Takes a few moments. Let me make sure
a stress-free day today.
That's good.
Not a problem one. Very thrilled to see that Mr. Chappell came and paid a visit today. That's always nice to have him up here.
In the studio?
Well, studio, yeah, it's always good.
Okay. Oh, we set, ready?
Ready?
All right. Push buttons. See, remember how we know how to do this? High School Huddle, presented by Generations Church.
Talk about soccer, right?
Soccer.
Right in the throat. That's where you're getting punched.
Here we go. I haven't even tested these buttons, see if it works over here. So
Oh, boy.
Here we go. Hello and welcome to the High School Huddle, along with Ronnie Phillips, Phil Nichols, Chris Evans. We appreciate you checking out the live show, the very first show of the 2023 high school football season. A lot of scrimmages this week, and then games begin next week. We'll hope to have guests throughout the entire year. So we appreciate you checking us out here on the Huddle. Got a lot to talk about before the games even start, and we appreciate you checking us out here on the live show or the replay. You can always check us live on our YouTube channel. Most of you watch it here already. And go to YouTube, search Second Banana Media, subscribe and like. And then you'll be notified when we go live every Wednesday night at 6 o'clock. And sometimes we'll have some additional videos throughout the season as well. And when those get uploaded, you'll be notified as well. We also have our Facebook page, the High School Huddle. We are streaming there today as well. And I'm not sure if the questions or comments will pop up on Facebook, but if you're on YouTube, and there are some comments already coming in. So we appreciate those. And we'll have a lot of fun stuff to talk about tonight and throughout the entire season, but it's really cool when people interact with us, because we're not able to be in Tulsa or Podo or Miami or Alva or against those teams. We see them a whole lot. So if there's any viewers out there that can help us with the show and give us some information, that would be outstanding as well. So guys, scrimmages all begin this week, and kind of get an idea. A lot of teams will have week 0 games next week. So for a lot, they will only have one scrimmage before it really counts.
Yeah, it's that time of year, right? I mean, I think it's the best time of the year. We've got the NFL, we got college football. Most importantly, we got high school football starting. That's our passion, obviously, is high school football. And boy, we've got some great teams all across the state in every classification. Some real, I think what's really good about this year, and we'll talk more about this, is almost in every classification, a lot of times, with the exception of maybe one class, I think there's 2, 3, 4 teams that have an argument on who's going to hoist the gold ball at the end of the year.
Yeah, no doubt. There's options in 6A1 this year. There's options in 6A2 this year. The two that might not have fewer options would be 5A and 3A. 5A, 3A.
5A, 3A. I think.
Maybe 2A.
Yeah, maybe 2A. But I think there's a clear favorite.
Yeah.
In 5A.
Yeah.
I mean, a clear favorite.
Very, very clear favorite.
Very clear favorite in 5A.
You went above the line.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, if I could get a ladder, I'd stand on it right now. So, yeah, there's a clear favorite in 5A. And I think 3A, until proven differently, Heritage Hall going into every year, right, here recently, I mean, you got to kind of tip your hat to them.
I'm most excited for 4A. 4A football is going to be so much fun. It's going to be
so much
top
fun.
to bottom. It's pretty good, and it's going to be very, very fun to cover that all year long.
I think top to bottom, that's the most competitive and probably the most entertaining classification in the whole state.
And as you can tell, once again this year, we are presented by our title sponsor, Generations Church. We have some great sponsors. Same ones from last year. They really appreciate what we've done here, and we appreciate them for helping support high school athletics and to be in the new studio. We've got new cameras, got new lights since we last saw you a year ago here on the High School Huddle. So we'll be with you this week all the way to the state championship games, middle of December.
Seems like we just wrapped up.
I know, it does. It does.
It'll be here again before you know it, too. Yeah.
We're going to have our top 5 in every class. No graphic. I don't know where the graphic went, but we will have a top 5. All 3 of us are similar, but we do have some differences. We'll talk about that. We'll go through each class, but some news often. We'll go through some top players as well, but the OSSA, the coaches went to the OSSA, adding 3 new classifications beginning next year. And we did a podcast on that. If you want to, we go into depth on that. If you want to check that out on our YouTube channel or secondbananamedia.com. I forgot about that one there. All of our podcasts are there. All the archives are there. But beginning next year, 2A1, 2A2, A1, A2, B1, B2. So right now we'll have 9 championships this year. The following year, 12 state championships. And I was excited when 6A2 came along. I was excited for that one. This one, I'm not as excited. It just feels like it's not there for me. It's I don't want to say watered down, but it's
well. I mean, in some cases, and we'll break this down deeper, but in some classifications, there was already people that were front runners every year. It's just gotten even more so.
Yeah,
and I understand why they did it. I get it.
Yeah.
But time will tell. I mean, I called 6A2, 6A JV for 3 years, and then I'm probably one of the biggest fans of 6A1, 6A2 ball now. I mean, it's provided some of the best football you can watch, but time will tell on all these things.
I'm on the fence on it as well. 6A2 was exciting when they came out because you're going to have a pretty good showing out there. But I'm on the fence like you, Chris.
Yeah,
time will tell.
It will tell. So, again, this is an interactive show, so put in the comments. We appreciate the boys. Thought the intro was amazing. Yeah, same intro as last year. Short, to the point, and all the different sports on there.
Yeah. I mean, I don't like what we lead with. It's okay.
Grant Oliver, the demon.
The coach.
The coach.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to have to go off screen for a minute.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
This is a big deal.
This is a big deal if it's happening for Grant Oliver. he won it red, but...
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh, he won it red?
Yes, he won it red.
He didn't want Blue Jay blue?
No, that's next year.
No, he won it blue. I was just kidding.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I thought he wanted blue. Yeah. Grant, we got your shirt.
Got it for you, buddy.
Your shirt is here. And
ask those coaches in that room that you're with right now if they want one. We'll get them one too, all right?
Yeah, we have...
$20 a piece.
Yeah.
Well, wait, Duncan, $25 a piece.
Oh, boy. I was going to say at our cost, but,
I thought you were going to say 30. So you said off air.
Oops.
We're on the air now, right?
Pushed the wrong button there.
Yeah.
But, so...
we're still working out the kinks as well. Don't worry. It's all right,
we
Chris.
have merchandise and everything. So, we got your shirt. We'll come visit you here.
Week 2?
In a few weeks. Yeah.
Yep.
So,
Week 2?
Well, I guess, there's a lot of players in the 2024 class that are special. Ton in 2025.
Yeah.
I mean, it seems like OU is signing players left and right in the state of Oklahoma. Jaden Nickens just the other day from Millwood. And I couldn't decide if I'd rather see him in a football uniform or basketball uniform.
Wow.
And we see him very close in basketball season, and it's a highlight reel. And, we saw him against Washington in the state championship, and he was a good player, but he sticks out to me more in basketball than football, but I think he's only going to grow more into his body. So.
Well, he reminds me of an old Blue Jay, Dante Foster. Great. Dante was a great 3-sport superstar and played college basketball as well as college football. But in high school, I think most people looked, it was kind of reverse though, right? I mean, I think Dante's love was basketball. but you could see he had more upside probably in football.
Yeah.
But he was 5A player of the year in basketball, so he was a high level basketball player. So kids like that are special, and you don't get to see them very often.
Noah Roberts, Washington. He's on the market again.
Nate Roberts, yeah, he's had a short-lived commitment to Notre Dame. Probably have a good idea where he might end up with the rumors that have been going around and who he's been working out with.
5-star that the tight end that declared somewhere else and not OU. You don't think that might have had something?
That might have something to do with it. But, I would just say just with any kind of high school commitment right now anyway. Until they sign, it's whoever they commit to. It's not in stone. Even when it is in stone, with the portal and the way everything is, they could be gone in a year. They can be gone within a few months. So it doesn't matter.
Well, this time of year on the verbal commitments, it's really for people like us.
Yeah, oh yeah, just something
for guys in the locker rooms or in the coaches' rooms or in the cafes all over the state to talk about. Oh, this kid's going here. Oh, did you see this kid withdrew his? Yeah. I mean. Because it means nothing, like you said, Ronnie.
No, when Roberts committed to Notre Dame, do you think OU stopped talking to him? No. You think anybody in the entire nation stopped talking to him? No. They're still going to go after these kids. And again, it's not set in stone until they sign. And then again, after that happens, there's still a chance they might not be there 4 years.
Yeah, it's a brave new world.
And Brave New World brought a new quarterback to the state of Oklahoma from the Dallas-Fort Worth area, Kevin Sperry, committed to the University of Oklahoma. He's a junior this year, and he's got a younger brother as well. And he wanted to be closer to Norman and happened to pick a school that wins championships on a regular basis at Carl Albert.
Rich get richer, right?
Well, I'm just glad he moved in because they were going to be terrible without him this year. I mean, they'd have been lucky to win a couple ball games if that kid hadn't moved in.
Yeah.
So the starting quarterback's Oklahoma commit. Their starting running back is a Oklahoma commit. A couple wide receivers, DBs, are got a long laundry list of D1 offers on the table. So Carver, they're going to sleep well every night.
Pretty
I think.
stacked.
Yeah, they are. In Dell City, we'll break down 5A here in a little bit, but Dell City had a lot of transfers in. They got talented kids in from Southeast. Of course, River Warren, the former Bishop McGinnis quarterback, now at Dell City. And so it was, some
studs from Southeast moved in over there. Yeah.
And Dell City, Carl Albert's the favorite. It's not, I think Dell City can compete. I think they don't play this year. Those two Mid-Dells do not play this year unless it's in a state championship game. And a lot of people are picking them 1-2. And we'll have our state championship picks in our 5A top 5 here in a little bit along with the other classes. But Dell City is very talented as well. They got athletes all over the place. So anything can happen on any given day. But, Dell City gets all excited. McGinnis, River Warren transfers. Usually it's transferring into McGinnis. Transferring out of McGinnis. Like, hey, all right, we feeling good. And then Kevin Sperry comes
Dell City was feeling real good for a while.
Get some of this 4-star. Get some of this 4-star junior.
He's a junior, 4-star. He'll probably be a 5-star by the time he's done at Carl Albert.
Yeah, absolutely. Cousin Nate watching us tonight. Best time of the year, football season. No doubt about that. OU needs help on the court also.
Jaden Nickens, yeah.
Yeah. Greg Gibson says, hello, I'll be in church later. Yep, that's the only bad thing about Wednesday night being live, but that's why the replays has been really popular.
We'll miss you, Pastor Greg.
And let's get this in here real quick. Kyler Savage Sports, he wants a prediction already. Stigler at Sallisaw.
Oh, I got that one.
What do you got?
Stigler.
You got Stigler in your top 5?
Stigler.
You got Stigler in your top 5?
We're not there yet.
Not there yet. All right. Speaking of Stigler, I brought this up on a podcast we did a couple weeks ago. Some more information off the field this year was the Rule 14, meaning the private schools. There's 24 private schools in the state of Oklahoma that play athletics, but Rule 14 is now in effect. So if a private school finishes in the top 4, if they make semifinals 2 out of 3 years, they get bumped up. Class 3A beginning next year is going to look a whole lot different with Heritage Hall leaving and Lincoln Christian leaving. I think it's Metro Christian leaving. So we did a podcast on that as well. We break all that down. But
can you imagine?
I think it's Stigler. It's Stigler.
It's your turn.
It's your turn.
It's your turn.
Have a fighting chance now.
Yeah. But you think about how crazy 4A is going to be in 2024.
with
Yeah.
Heritage Hall there.
With Heritage Hall
And
there.
Heritage Hall has
Hall.
won championships in 4A before.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
They got 2A numbers.
Yes.
Playing in 3A
Yeah.
and then going to be in 4A for the 24 and 25
And they could be
season.
in 5A a few years after that.
Yeah, they got a Division I recruiting budget, so they're okay.
Yeah, so they got, we were talking about some of the great players. We'll talk about more here in a little bit, but they got a really good one.
Yeah.
That quarterback.
Yeah,
He's
really
got
Andy Bass, yeah.
he's got muscles on top of muscles.
Yeah, a little scary, actually.
Yeah.
Good weight program there.
Heck of a weight program.
Yeah.
So as you can tell, we are excited here in segment number 1 of the High School Huddle. We're going to get our opening break out of the way so we can kind of dive into this. We're going to take a look at our top 5 in each class. We're going to look at some of the top players in the state of Oklahoma, and we're also going to give our way too early state championship picks. Fred.
I already know him.
Well, it's not
Mine's
right.
going to be right.
Mine's right.
Oh, so it's not way too early?
No.
Right on time.
Oh, right on time.
Ask us after state championship next.
T.
December, we'll tell
Fred
you.
gave us his state championship pick. So when we get through there, be sure to leave the comments and we'll discuss what all that looks like. So we're gonna take our open timeout. Again, a big thank you to Generations Church this year for our title sponsor. Back after this here on the High School Huddle.
At Generations Church, we exist to love God, love people, and serve both well. We're a multi-generational, multicultural church that believes in being a light to our city and our region. At Generations, we don't believe that church can be put in a box. We're a church that accepts all people from all walks of life, young, old, rich, and poor, and you will feel welcome at Generations. Join us at 10 a.m. every Sunday at 2524 West Noble in Guthrie, America. You can also join us at generationsguthrie.online.church.
Today I'm sharing Golden Chick with the world.
Are you ready to taste Golden Chick for the first time?
100% tenderloin. That's where the golden tenders come from. Marinated for 24 hours.
It is amazing.
Then we also got the rolls, made fresh.
It feels like they were just baked.
You know why it feels that way? They were.
Every time I go, I love to get extra rolls, so I love it.
We are being kind of photobombed right now by the one and only Clucky. Have you met Clucky the chicken? Don't get too starstruck. He's just a regular guy. One taste and you're golden. He's on Tender. That's like a chicken dating app.
Sometimes you need immediate care and can't get in to see your doctor during regular hours. With Mercy Convenient Care in Guthrie, you can walk in without an appointment and get the medical attention you need at a lower cost and with shorter waiting time than your local emergency room. The Mercy Convenient Care is located at 2919 South Division. For any concerns, call 405-282-6301. Services are provided by Mercy Hospital, Logan County. Choose Guthrie. Choose Mercy. Aspen Roofing is a family-owned roofing company with more than 20 years of experience and achievements across Oklahoma. Aspen Roofing takes pride in the personal service we provide on each job, and we strive to maintain the highest level of quality while offering our customers a reasonable price. It is our commitment to help you understand the process of getting a new roof from start to finish. Call Robbie Hudson for a free roofing estimate at 405-562-0026.
Exxon was founded by 2 combat-proven veterans to help businesses grow from mediocre to exceptional. We know from experience that your culture and trust throughout the organization drive superior performance. Most business owners focus on the urgent rather than the important. They are just struggling to survive. The team at Exxon helps owners identify challenges, build solutions, and focus on growth. Do you trust your team? Does your team trust you? If not, we can help. We are Exxon.
Hey, you in the third row. Yes, you. When was your last dental checkup? Dr. Lewis Turney and his staff provide dental care in a fun, relaxing environment. Still not convinced? Prefer to sleep through your appointment? No problem. We can do that too. Our staff can ensure you have a relaxing experience no matter what. Got kids? Hey, so do we. Come see what all the moms are talking about. Our kid-friendly staff loves to provide care to even the tiniest of teeth. Give us a call today. We've got the whole family covered.
Give Dr. Lewis Turney a call at 282-7600.
Welcome back to the High School Huddle, presented by Generations Church.
Welcome back, segment 2, High School Huddle. Getting set for the 2023 high school football season. Scrimmages begin Thursday and Friday. Week 0 games next week. Some teams still have a few weeks before they play their first game. Week 0, added several years back.
Yep.
It allows a lot of teams to have a bye week, and a lot of teams will play their 3 non-district games and then have a week off before their district games. And so I think week 0 has been a success.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it. I think I'd love to participate. If I was a coach, I would want to do week 0.
Yeah. And, for broadcasters and newspaper guys and media or even coaches that are off that week, they can go off and do watch other games or simply have a full week off. But it's always cool to go. We always like to go somewhere. Last year it was McAllister at Dell City.
What a game.
We were able to watch that triple overtime blast of a game. But
the McCarty Show.
The McCarty Show at University of Oklahoma. So here in a little bit, we're going to talk about 6A1, 6A2 football. Bixby state champions, no matter what the class is. And I feel sorry. Southmore Deer Creek. Southmore, 16th largest school in the state with new numbers for next 2 years. So they stay in 6A1. They really need to be in 6A2. Deer Creek, the largest 6A2 school, they would be okay in 6A1 competing wise. They would need a few more years to probably get ready for Union, Jinx, and Bixby. But
they'd be competitive.
But the way it is, Deer Creek, the largest school in 6A, and we'll see how the rankings come out. But Deer Creek high up in our 6A2 rankings. So 6A2 will be fun to watch. There's a quarterback. Muskogee has a quarterback. Deer Creek has a quarterback.
Heck of a quarterback.
Choctaw's looking for a quarterback. Stillwater's looking for a quarterback. Could Sand Springs pull it on? I know there's a lot of good stuff in 6A2.
Well, I know this in 6A2. I know how I made my picks, and you're looking for. I like that. You got to have a great quarterback.
Yeah.
If you want to contend for the state title, you got to have a great quarterback. Deer Creek and Muskogee are two of them that have two outstanding quarterbacks.
Grady Adamson up there will come throw with anybody in the state. He's good.
But then you look at 6A1, all the quarterback shuffling a year ago. Shaker Rizik at Union is really, as you look at the Tulsa teams, really the only quarterback ready to go right now. I think Bixby has 4 quarterbacks they're looking at. They don't know. Of course, Bixby will play 2 quarterbacks probably. Yeah. They've been known, even all their titles, they played 2 quarterbacks. But I think they have 4 quarterbacks going for that number 1 spot. They might play 2. Jinx, Kewan Jones' son was at Broken Arrow as a freshman. Now he's at Jinx as a sophomore. He's in a quarterback battle. Owasso, I think they're going through a couple quarterbacks as well. So the quarterback position, the most important position from Pee Wee football all the way to the pros. So those are going to be questions for some of the 6A1 and 6A2 schools that we'll have to figure out here a little bit. But some of the big names that we'll be looking for this year, Edmond Santa Fe has Josh Asaya. He's committed to the University of Oklahoma. He's a big one. Of course, last year, Jacoby Jones from Mustang and Eric McCarty were some of the names. They moved on. Cooper Alexander,
big Ohio State kid.
His dad played at Chickasha, played at OU, but he goes off to Iowa State. Now, there's a lot of good tight ends in Oklahoma. With Noah Roberts possibly going there. At one time, there was a 5-star kid from Texas, I think, that was considering OU, but Cooper Alexander says, you know what? I'm going to Iowa State, which has been a good place for tight ends from Oklahoma. Charlie Kolar was a tight end from Oklahoma that went to Iowa State.
Now, really have produced some great tight ends. One thing you do have to look at, and I know we're not breaking this down tonight, but I wonder these kids that are committing to Iowa State, and then the kids that we don't hear a lot about, they're up in the Big Ten, that are committing to Iowa. With everything that's going on up there right now with some controversy on some off-the-field activities.
Yeah, they're looking for a quarterback.
I'm just telling you, some of these commitments, depending on what comes out of that, you can see some of these kids that are committed to Iowa State, some of these other places changing their commitment down the road, depending on what kind of punishment comes down the road for those schools. Yeah.
Colton Christian, he's committed to Tulsa. Collinsville offensive lineman. Collinsville state champions a few years ago. Probably one of the top teams on the east side in 5A football. Dax Collins, a Poto defensive back. Got to see him a few times last year. He's headed to Tulsa. Tulsa with the new head coach, Kevin Wilson, really, really recruiting Oklahoma hard, as is Brent Venables.
Yeah, absolutely.
Liam Evans, OU kicker. OU has a great kicker from Schmidt, kicked at McGinnis.
Yeah.
I always thought he was going to kick on I-44 several times when we went over there.
You could hear it.
Yeah.
You could hear it.
Really can.
Yeah.
LaDanian Fields, we talked about him. We've seen him the last couple of years in a Southeast uniform. Now he's in a Dell City uniform.
Fields is good.
He's headed to Texas Christian University. So I'm telling you, Carl Albert, they're good. Del City, I mean, Carl Albert's won so many titles. We're getting 5A here in a little bit, but Carl Albert's won so many titles. This might be the most depth they have on their team.
Yeah.
And Del City, more if it wasn't for this special Carl Albert team, on paper,
would be a lock.
would be be
on
tremendous.
paper.
So, Rodney Fields Jr., Del City, he's connected to Oklahoma State University. He's a junior. So I really wish Carl Albert Del City would play in the regular season.
Oh, I did
this
too.
year.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
I mean, we might get in
On
the
one of our
finals.
off weeks, of course.
Yeah, that's right. On our off week.
Yeah, it's just building up to that potential state championship
Really
game
is.
if that goes there. Stillwater, no Gundy at quarterback this year. I think the last 7 years there's been a quarterback, but they still have a great tight end in Josh Ford. He's headed to Oklahoma State. MJ Graham, he was out Southeast. Now he's at Westmore. He's a defensive back quarterback. He's headed to Houston. Transfer portal in Oklahoma high school football is alive and well.
Live just like it is in college.
when we there's still some advantages with the private schools, but it's almost out the window now.
Yeah.
Almost.
Yep.
Because if you want to go to Carl Albert, if you want to go to Choctaw, especially if you're an 8th grader, you recruit the junior high circuit, and you get them into your
No, you're
system
right.
before the freshman.
Doesn't matter where they live.
Doesn't matter where they live.
And
If
we've
you
seen
want-
that locally.
Yeah.
We've 3 or 4 kids already playing other places right now. So it's live and well, no matter what town you're in.
Yeah, we've lost some players.
Muskogee's going to be a top 2 or 3 team in our rankings coming up. They got a good one. Wesley Harvey headed to TCU. A lot of good linemen. And we're going through all these names. Edmund Santa Fe's Bergen Kaiser. He's committed to Oklahoma. We always talk about Jaden Nickens, but Michael Levine, Millwood linebacker, we saw him in the championship game against Washington last year.
He was all everywhere, wasn't he?
Absolute
He was
monster.
everywhere.
Yeah.
Holy
Yeah.
cow, he was
Tackling
everywhere.
machine.
He's a linebacker. So it's a Red Martell, the running back for Beggs.
Yeah.
He kind of struggled a little bit in the postseason a year ago, but he's headed to Kansas. By the way, Kansas,
New
$350 million into their football stadium.
Yeah, not
We're a football school.
It's I don't know about the beams up. It's a little weird. A little weird. But it's got to see it.
KU's a football school.
No.
But, of course, Xavier Robinson, the Carl Albert running back, headed to OU. And as much as there's a lot of talent in 2024, 2025 might be the best recruiting class of all time next year. And we'll talk about them throughout the entire season. But those are some of the big names we'll be watching. There's a whole lot more out there as well. But, the 25 is loaded.
Phil, I got a over-under for you real fast, impromptu.
Okay.
Saw an interview with Xavier Robinson. He wants to run over 3,000 yards and score over 40 touchdowns this year.
Was that before or after Kevin Sperry came to town?
This is after.
What was it?
Who wants to rush over 3,000 yards and have over 40 touchdowns?
Well, listen, hold on.
That's a tough one.
Here's some information, though. I think without looking, I think it was 2,100 rushing yards last year, which was a Carl Albert record.
Well, I think this is the whole thing. They're going to be so far ahead in so many
He's
of
not
their
going to get as
games.
many carries?
He's going to get the touches.
Right.
I mean, I think if he had to grind it out and really, I think those numbers are very achievable if he played 4 quarters.
Yeah.
You know, but this kid's not going to see he's not going to see halfway through the 3rd quarter in probably 70% of their games.
7 out of 10.
I mean, so it's but I look for him to have huge numbers. But he could do that.
Special player.
Well, Kawita could be. He could get into the 4th quarter.
Yeah.
Midwest City could get in the 4th quarter.
Could, yeah.
Muskogee.
Oh, yeah. 4th quarter there.
Yeah, he'll play 4 quarters there.
I think he was done.
That's the one game that I think in the regular season that if Carl Albert's going to get tripped up, it would be Muskogee.
Then
I don't think they will, but that's the one I think they could.
And then he ran a whole bunch against Elk City, and he could have been done by the end of the 1st quarter after last year's game, with that game last year. But
he's special.
He is. Okay, so let's dive into a little bit of our top 5 here. And here in a little bit, we'll have our state championships. But let's take a look at our top 5. I apologize. Don't have our graphic that we normally have. So we will verbalize our top 5. And we'll have our high school huddle top 5. So we will start with 6A1, mentioning all the quarterback issues except for Tulsa Union, Shaker Rizik, and the Redskins. No, not the Redskins. See, I messed up already.
Oh, canceled.
He's canceled.
Canceled.
Over.
The Red Hawk. No.
Been a good run.
Shut us down.
What are they?
I don't know. Don't get me lying.
They're Union. They're Union.
Union.
No, I've never even when they were the Redskins, I never said
Prince,
that.
it's
I
like
just said
Madonna.
Union.
Red Hawks.
One name. Union.
Name, Union.
It is Union. So
The U.
They have the quarterback, Shaker Reisig, back. Got upset in the semis last year.
Yeah.
Really thought we were going to have a great
disappointing.
state championship
Very disappointing
game
they
with
lost
Bixby
that
and
game.
Union. Owasso got them, and then the blowout in the state championship game. But
kudos to also for getting that done.
absolutely,
time.
absolutely. So
The Red Hawks. Come on, Chris.
oh, it's the Red Hawks. I know. So Red Hawks.
There you go.
Union. But every time we talk 6A1, who are the teams on the West that will have a fighting shot to try to get into a state championship? I'm not trying to say win a state championship. Get a West Side school to.
Can we get into the semis?
I think
we get into semis. Yeah.
I think there's only one that has a fighting chance, maybe.
Fighting?
Who we got?
Fighting chance.
What's your definition of fighting?
Well, Norman North might have an opportunity to get into the playoffs and maybe win a game or two.
Okay.
Maybe.
Okay.
Maybe.
It's not really fighting.
Well, in the
Maybe
West,
more
in,
talking
the, in the
smack.
West Side view,
Talking
it's
smack.
fighting. Yeah.
Talking smack.
Yeah.
Okay.
The characters, Norman North Westmore, probably the two up there. Ed Memorial has
Very talented quarterback going to KU.
committed to KU. More. But I think Norman North, Westmore, probably the two that can maybe push it. So the top five for me, I got Norman North at number 5.
You just want to go down the line?
Okay, let's go. I got Norman North at number 5, Owasso at number 4.
I've got them flipped. I've got Owasso number 5, Norman North number 4.
Okay.
That's what I have.
Okay.
I'm with Phil on that one.
Okay, so now it's really down to the top 3.
Which we all knew it was.
Yeah.
4 and 5 was cute, but let's talk about that. Okay.
My number 1 team in 6A1 this year is going to be the Union Red Hawks.
Are we going to be the same? I'm Union as well.
Yeah, obviously you didn't do your homework till the end, so we were not together when we did
No,
this.
I was driving here and you were yelling at me on the phone. So
My number 1 team to start the year is the defending champions, the Bixby Spartans.
see, this is how you get yourself in trouble. You do this every year.
Well,
No, it's okay.
I still do my.
Don't have a quarterback. Graduated 118 players, but you go ahead.
Like I do every
No, you're-
year.
you're
They
fine.
still ever win. They win every single year.
That's all right.
I didn't say they were going state, Phil.
Okay.
The number 1 team coming into the
You
season.
said
right
you were
now.
going to try harder this year, Ronnie.
I can't wait to
sit
see
back.
when they get their new stadium done what that's going to look
Oh
like.
boy.
I don't think it's going to be Union level, but
Well, I mean,
Lee Snyder Field.
State needs to make a couple upgrades to get up to Union's level. So, good Lord.
All 3 of us have Jinx number 3?
No,
No.
I have Jinx number 2.
Ooh.
So you got Bixby number 3?
Bixby at 3.
Oh,
What are they
now
doing in the offseason?
you want to talk about?
They caused me a year's worth of grief by losing that game last year.
He
personal.
just
No, that's the punishment.
Yeah.
he
This is
just
punishment.
mouthed me, and then he just puts Bixby at 3.
That's right.
Oh my
Who's
goodness!
playing quarterback for Bixby?
I don't know.
Okay.
There's 4 options.
How about tailback?
Doesn't matter.
Oh, okay, doesn't matter. All right.
And they lost.
Lauren has got it
How
handled.
many linemen did they
Lauren
grab?
has got it.
How many
fine.
linemen? Does he?
Go ahead and answer for me, Phil.
Lauren-
answer it.
Lawrence-
You're asking questions.
They got
Answer-
3 coming
answer,
back. 3.
Answer them. Okay.
3.
What are their names?
3. Oh, what are their names?
Oh,
I'm
good
supposed to know the
Lord.
quarterback's name. You need the offensive line.
No,
if you're going to throw facts, Phil, you better give me
I
names.
know, I'll give you a fact. Lauren ain't putting a helmet on. That's a fact.
He's taking a shot, you Lauren.
And they lose the tight end, the brothers, to Arkansas.
Yeah.
And I think the smaller brother, Haas kid.
Haas, yes.
I think the smaller one, both to Arkansas. I think the smaller one, honestly, if he had been 6'4", 230 pounds, I like him as an overall football player better than the bigger one. I mean, a guy could go flat play football.
Grant Oliver, Bixby 1, Union 2, Jinx 3, Owasso 4, Broken Arrow 5.
Oh,
Broken Arrow with a new
come on.
voice.
Grant
play-by-play
he knows what he's talking about. He's always been one of my
because
favorites.
he matches with your Bixby.
yes,
Yeah.
and my 2 and my 3. He's off on 5 though.
All right, so that's 6A1.
That shirt's going to get lost.
It'll be fun. 6A2. Okay, this will be interesting here. And all 3 of us had a different number 1.
Yeah, we did.
All 3 of us had a different number 2.
Yeah.
And all 3 of us had a different number 3
That's
on
right.
this
Yeah.
one here. So
That's what makes it fun.
That's why I love 6A2 now.
Yeah.
I mean, now it's much like in my opinion, this year, it's much like 6A1. You get past those top 3. 4 slots going to be a good ball club, but
you're number 4.
yeah, but the top 3 are, right there.
You're top 3.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go ahead and break down our top 5, which is the High School Huddle top 5.
Yeah.
We actually had a tie for second and third. So flip it however you want. You know what? I think I need to change my mind.
It's too late.
I would like to change too.
I am changing my mind before I go with
Whoa. When did we start allowing this?
Here, Chris, send that down when you're done.
I'm back and forth. I still don't. Go ahead.
This isn't how this works.
Okay, let's discuss this.
This is not how this works.
Hold on. We'll add up here. Let's discuss this out loud with the audience and see what we come up with here.
This isn't how this works.
Okay. Here's some help.
There's no graphic. We can change it whenever we want.
Real quick. T-Fred, Bixby 1, Union 2, Jinx 3, Owasso 4, Norman North 5.
Respectable.
Very respectful. Okay, so 6A2. Let's go with Grant's first. This will help. Grant has Muskogee 1, Deer Creek 2, Sand Springs 3, Choctaw 4, Stillwater 5. Okay, for me, I'm really, really close. I have Muskogee number 1, Deer Creek number 2. I went back and forth on Muskogee, Deer Creek. I'll explain why here in a second. I got Muskogee 1, Deer Creek 2, Choctaw 3, Stillwater 4, Sand Springs 5.
Yep.
Okay. I went with my top 5 rankings. Muskogee has a quarterback, Ficklin. Deer Creek has a quarterback, Adamson. Choctaw looking for a quarterback. Stillwater looking for a quarterback. I get my early prediction is Muskogee, Deer Creek. I went back and forth on that quarterback, and I'm going to go with Muskogee.
So you didn't change yours?
I didn't change
I'm going to change mine here.
No, you can't.
I'll make it easier for you.
This is my list here.
You can't change
Well,
it.
don't you have mine on there?
It's going to throw the whole High School Huddle rankings off.
It doesn't matter. Phil, let's graphic.
Well, it might give us a true number 2 and a true number 3.
Oh, no,
It will.
No, you need to change that.
Yeah.
That's flat embarrassing.
This is sympathy.
No, I'm with you now. That is terrible.
This is a sympathy thing.
Why he adjusts his.
I have in the 5 hole. I have Sand Springs.
Me too. I have Sand Springs number 5. I forgot to mention him.
I got Choctaw 4. I have Muskogee 3. That was a tough one. I could have flipped 2 and 3. I have Stillwater 2, and I have Deer Creek 1.
Okay. Now Deer Creek, they got 3 defensive players coming back from last year, so that's one thing.
Sure.
And that's another reason why I went with Muskogee in the early preseason pick. Travis Hill. He knows how to coach athletes. He did at Tulsa East Central. He's got athletes at Muskogee, so that's another advantage there.
Yep.
Deer Creek, 3 defensive players. So I can switch it after week 0.
Well, listen, all of us, I'll throw Grant into this. All 4 of us are playing with the same 5 teams.
Yes.
Well, add T-Fred to the mix as well. T-Fred, Muskogee, Choctaw, Deer Creek.
Get off that Choctaw bandwagon.
Stillwater, and Sand Springs. So Choctaw, 2 different quarterbacks fighting it out right now for that spot. They got talent all over offensively and defensively. Jake Corbin and the Yellow Jackets. So we'll see there. So
I got Muskogee 1.
Now.
I've always had him number 1. That was my top pick. Deer Creek 2, Sand Springs 3, Choctaw 4, and then Stillwater 5.
He is a liar.
That's what I've had the entire time, Phil.
Well, not the entire time.
That's what I've had.
You're a complete
When you
liar.
scratch it out,
It was
when you scratch it out right in front of
Yeah,
him,
right in front of us.
Yeah, it's
and all you do is draw an arrow from who was number 1.
1 to 5.
Yeah.
They had a bad practice today.
It was sympathy.
They had a really bad practice today.
Defending state champs, you got to give it a little bit. Just try and give some love out to Stillwater.
Well, they're the second best team in 6A2.
Well, they're not number 2. Phil.
Stillwater, new football coach. He's been there for a while. Coach K. Wood, he's been there for a while. But
late hire.
Coach Bernard over to Silo Christian, Arkansas.
Yep.
Show me the money, baby.
AD and head coach over there.
I don't blame Coach.
Got a good job over there. Yep.
Yeah, take care of your family. That's good.
All right, let's dive into
That's going to be fun.
Yeah. Yep. 5A football, we've kind of dived into it a little bit already, so we know 1-2. So there's a discussion 3 through 32 probably from here on out. We're only going to do the top 5. All 3 of us has Carl Albert number 1. All 3 of us has Dale City number 2. So that's, I'm sure, the super majority will have, if not the majority, will have in 5A football with 1-2. Again, not playing in a regular season. Each of them will play Midwest City, but the only way to have a Carl Albert Dale City matchup is to have no upsets in the regular season to keep the 2 teams on the opposite side of the bracket. Before we give our top 5, here's Grant Oliver's top 5.
Oh,
number 1, Carl Albert. Number 2, Dale City.
Sorry. So that's a personal shot at us.
Yeah. He's just trying to get. He's just,
Go ahead. Go ahead. That's cute. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
That's his professional opinion.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
He's on that bandwagon, the 3 and 4.
Carl Everett 1, Del City 2, Elgin 3. Elgin got a lot of players returning back from a year ago. A very good ball club.
Very good ball club.
Piedmont number 4, and McAllister number 5. No Eric McCarty, in McAllister. Yeah. They got a good quarterback.
90% of their offense is gone. Go ahead.
What about how much of their defense is
95% of their defense is gone. Go ahead.
It's not good when your DB's making all the tackles.
No, it's not good.
Yeah, no.
It's not good.
No.
It's not good.
No.
But McAllister, they got a great coach.
They do have a great coach.
They got a great coach.
Best of 5A.
Yeah, so they will be able to do that. So Craig says Elgin is not the third best 5A team in the state.
Craig, you're a genius. I agree with him.
I agree with him too.
Okay. So Grant has them number 3. Let's dive into Elgin right now.
Yeah.
Guthrie went on the road and beat a good Elgin team, a young Elgin team, a town that is really, really high on their athletics right now. They have facilities continue to be built right now. And they have some performance arts center that is outstanding.
Cemetery?
Cemetery.
They do have a cemetery.
Right there freaks me out every time I think about it.
Right next to the north end zone.
Yeah.
You come pulling in. Well, what's that? Well, that's a cemetery.
You pull into the parking lot on the right, cemetery's on the left, press box in the middle, and you're looking over your shoulder there for a little bit. So, before we dive into Elgin, T-Fred does not have Elgin in the top 5. I don't think Craig's going to have Elgin in the top 5 either. T-Fred, Carl Albert 1, Del City 2. He also has Piedmont 3.
Man, what are we missing on Piedmont here?
Collinsville 5.
What are we missing on Piedmont here?
Oh, keep it coming, boys. It's beautiful. I love it.
So, now Piedmont does have a heavy senior class this year.
They do.
This is their last year in 5A football.
It is.
They are bumping up to 6A 2.
Yes,
T-Fred, your Irish are bumping up to 6A 2 next year. Bad timing for the Irish on that one.
Did they change their offense at Piedmont?
Still the same.
Okay.
Hold on.
Offense coordinator, new offense coordinator.
They got a new offense coordinator.
Now listen, I'm telling you, if they make significant changes, in my opinion, that offense
could change.
That 1982 offense, they got a shot.
Yeah.
So
they're going to have athletes.
You never know what's going to happen.
Yeah. They might have curtains and tall fences around Piedmont practice field with a brand new offense.
Who knows?
Yeah.
They might not break it out to district play. Flexbone.
That's true. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, district game.
Zing, zing, zing,
Wait,
zing.
is that a pass?
We'll see. Craig says, I am more confident in Piedmont than I am Elgin for sure. Both return a lot of players back. Elgin, 9-1 last year or 8-2, almost won a district championship, lost late to Midwest City a year ago. Piedmont finishing 4th in the district. A lot of people think Piedmont is the 3rd best team in 5A2.
Correct.
So we'll see how that plays out here. But for Elgin guys, I got Elgin at number 5.
You know, and you wrote this down. We was doing it on the phone. I originally said that, then I flipped him.
Right.
So I've got Elgin at 5 as well.
Okay.
I got Elgin at 5 too. Yep.
So we're all in the neighborhood with.
We didn't do these together either.
No, we didn't. Believe me, I got yelled at. But no, Elgin's a very, 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 very good football team, and they were very young last year.
No, they compete.
No, I'm telling you, they could move up that ranking pretty quick.
Saw them in a bunch of different sports last year. Yeah. They will compete. They won't be scared of anything.
Yeah. Grant knows Elgin well. He knows Carl Albert well, and he says it wouldn't be shocked to see Elgin and Carl Albert in the finals.
Yeah,
I totally agree.
I don't know about that one.
Depends on how it lines up. Depends on how it lines up.
Yeah, there has been. Del City has some great athletes. The only thing that scares me a little bit is athletes. You know, it's going to be cold, and I'm just telling you, teams like Elgin, Guthrie, those teams that are Shawnee in the past that are tough can outshine some athletes at times. So I'm with Grant. I wouldn't be surprised if Elgin made a deep run as well. On paper, athletes win a whole lot of times, but towns like Elgin, when they have their good teams, I've seen great athletic teams go down.
Elgin reminds me.
Nothing up against Carl Albert, it's basketball season.
Elgin reminds me. This is what Elgin reminds me of. Go back to Guthrie, Oklahoma, where we live. We cover the Blue Jays every Friday night.
There's our disclaimer.
Okay, there's our disclaimer. And I just realized I'm going to look like a real homer here in a second. But I didn't mean to. It's really what I think. They remind me of Guthrie in 2002. They remind me, because Guthrie, that state championship year, 2002, we had no right being on the field with that Booker T team. I mean, just
Tulsa Central teams?
Yes. Yeah. I mean, they went on a run that was just ridiculous. I mean, every week in the playoffs, I thought, man, it's been a great year. Then we'd win.
Yeah.
So, whoa, what a great year. Then we'd win the next one. Man, it's been a tremendous year. Then we win the next one with the state title game. I'm like, okay, guys, this is cool. We got here.
Robert Meacham.
There's no way we're winning this
Robert
game.
Meacham, NFL.
Yeah.
Felix Jones, running back, Dallas Cowboys, and Quentin Chaney,
OU,
Oklahoma.
Yeah.
I mean,
just loaded. They were just
everywhere.
Loaded.
Offensive linemen, defensive linemen playing D1 everywhere.
Yeah,
Guthrie had no business winning that game, and they go out and dominate that game.
So it happens, right? It happens. So anything could happen.
Number 4, I have Collinsville.
I have Collinsville as well.
I think that's who I have too.
Yes, you have Collinsville 4.
Collinsville 4.
And Guthrie 3.
I have Guthrie 3 as well.
Well, again, the defense, they're sound. Well, no, but their defense comes play every single year, right? I mean, you cannot pit Guthrie behind Piedmont when Guthrie's just completely dominated them on defense the last couple of years. I mean, and if they're running the same offense, what's going to honly?
And McGinnis loses quite a bit.
And McGinnis loses a lot of people. They lose Taffy from last year. The quarterback runs out, goes to Del City. So there's nothing right now, because we haven't played anything, that shows me that Piedmont is going to beat Guthrie.
Well, and I think this is
right now.
Right now, for me, I'm not going to. You said it well on Piedmont. All I'll say is this: that Piedmont offense, if they continue to run the offense they've ran the last few years, if you're a tough, disciplined defensive team, that's specifically against the run, it's a bad matchup for Piedmont.
Yeah,
you got to be disciplined, you got to be tough, and if you're great against the run, which Guthrie football teams are traditionally very, very good against the run, are always very disciplined, are always very tough. You know, that just is a good matchup for Guthrie.
Yeah.
You know, I think if you went athlete to athlete, top to bottom, I think Piedmont has more athletes than Guthrie does, top to bottom.
I would agree with that.
Oh, my homers. Yeah, there you go. Did Grant ever hit a homer in baseball?
Probably.
Okay. Yeah. But anyway, but I really do believe they got a 3.5-year starter returning at quarterback, right? They've got, I think, one of the most athletic kids that we've seen around here in the last several years, the Harper kid. And we haven't probably even talked about our best football player, which is Benford. So I mean, we've got there's some cats walking around Guthrie too. Like all 5A teams, with the exception of Carl Albert and Del City, there's some holes there that they're trying to fill, like everybody is. But I think Guthrie is very, very deserving of the 3 spot in the preseason. Get a few weeks into it, who knows?
With that,
but we'll see.
They have Ponca City, top 10 team in 6A2.
I picked them to lose to Ponca.
Yeah. So they got Tuttle on the schedule.
I picked them to lose to Tuttle.
They got Carl Albert on the schedule.
We know they're going. Oh, I picked them to lose against Carl Albert.
Rival against Piedmont and rival against McGinnis.
Yep.
So
again, all this could change if we go to week 0 or whenever Piedmont plays the first game and it's a completely different offense and it's 3rd and 14 and they're not running the ball.
Correct.
Then we can have a conversation after week 1 or 2, which we will have, because you can tune in every Wednesday at 6:00 and listen to the show, because we will have that.
Yeah, that was good. Good job.
I still want. Biggest question is Piedmont working on the spread offense right now.
Yeah, I know.
No, I'm nervous.
That'd be cool.
They're laughing right now, going, "Oh, we got you guys.
Or we're on you."
Yeah,
I've been talking so much smack. I was trying to find a way to them to 500.
Cody Knox checking in on the live show tonight. Appreciate you checking in, Cody. It's up against a break. We got a whole lot more to get to. 4A, 3A, 2A, and whatever you want to talk about, put it in the comments. We'd be glad to talk about it. We've already got a Stigler-Salasol prediction. We're going Stigler, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we're going Stigler on that one. I was asked earlier. So, so we're going to talk about that and whatever you want to talk about. Big thank you once again to our great title sponsor, Generation Church. Back after this.
Aspen Roofing is a family-owned roofing company with more than 20 years of experience and achievements across Oklahoma. Aspen Roofing takes pride in the personal service we provide on each job, and we strive to maintain the highest level of quality while offering our customers a reasonable price. It is our commitment to help you understand the process of getting a new roof from start to finish. Call Robbie Hudson for a free roofing estimate at 405-562-0026.
Exxon was founded by 2 combat-proven veterans to help businesses grow from mediocre to exceptional. We know from experience that your culture and trust throughout the organization drive superior performance. Most business owners focus on the urgent rather than the important. They are just struggling to survive. The team at Exxon helps owners identify challenges, build solutions, and focus on growth. Do you trust your team? Does your team trust you? If not, we can help. We are Exxon.
Hey, you in the third row. Yes, you. When was your last dental checkup? Dr. Lewis Turney and his staff provide dental care in a fun, relaxing environment. Still not convinced? Prefer to sleep through your appointment? No problem. We can do that too. Our staff can ensure you have a relaxing experience no matter what. Got kids? Hey, so do we. Come see what all the moms are talking about. Our kid-friendly staff loves to provide care to even the tiniest of teeth. Give us a call today. We've got the whole family covered.
Give Dr. Lewis Turney a call at 282-7600.
Today I'm sharing Golden Chick with the world. Are you ready to taste Golden Chick for the first time? 100% tenderloin. That's where the golden tenders come from. Marinated for 24 hours.
It is amazing.
Then we also got the rolls, made fresh.
It feels like they were just baked.
You know why it feels that way? They were.
Every time I go, I like to get extra rolls, so I love it.
We are being kind of photobombed right now by the one and only Clucky. Have you met Clucky the chicken? Don't get too starstruck. He's just a regular guy. One taste and you're golden. He's on Tender. That's like a chicken dating app.
Sometimes you need immediate care and can't get in to see your doctor during regular hours. With Mercy Convenient Care in Guthrie, you can walk in without an appointment and get the medical attention you need at a lower cost and with shorter waiting time than your local emergency room. The Mercy Convenient Care is located at 2919 South Division. For any concerns, call 405-282-6301. Services are provided by Mercy Hospital, Logan County. Choose Guthrie. Choose Mercy.
At Generations Church, we exist to love God, love people, and serve both well. We're a multi-generational, multicultural church that believes in being a light to our city and our region. At Generations, we don't believe that church can be put in a box. We're a church that accepts all people from all walks of life, young, old, rich, and poor, and you will feel welcome at Generations. Join us at 10 a.m. every Sunday at 2524 West Noble in Guthrie, America. You can also join us at generationsguthrie.online.church.
Welcome back to the High School Huddle, presented by Generations Church.
Welcome back to the Huddle, our first live show of the 2023 high school football season. We'll go the entire way, all the way to the state championship games and some other news. Ronnie Phillips, Phil Nichols, Chris Evans here on the Huddle. Some other news, I think in the offseason, it was UCO 5-year deal to have the state championship games at Chad Richardson Stadium. So that's good news for high school football for the
great facility
for a super majority of the folks. There's some folks in the 918 that
disappointed.
They want every game in the 918, but I think that's a good thing. So the other thing to consider in 24-25 when they add the 3 additionals, how will they have the state championship games played? I think 8-man football will continue to be away from UCO, depending on where that's at. So I guess really there would be 2 extra games at Chad Richardson Stadium.
That means a pay raise for us, Phil.
Do I have the same contract as always?
Same contract, yeah.
Doesn't mean anything for me.
So we'll see how the how they do that. The OSA plans that out. The other thing about that is all these coaches the Football Coach Association wanted all these extra championship games. Got to have the same coaches step up to host state semifinal games because those are always tough to find. Neutral sites when your team's not playing. So it's always tough. Now they have to do it for a few extra games. So, yeah. I'll stop right there.
Okay. Very good.
Step up, coaches.
Got a little nervous.
Step up, schools, I should say.
It's called out.
Administrators.
Chris, we got 5 away games this year.
You've already screwed 1 away game.
Oh boy.
We signed a contract, so we're
good.
Well, I don't know if you are, but with Ronnie and I,
I'm probably banned.
Ronnie and I
I'll be sitting down at Taco Bueno having tacos, listening to the game in the car,
watching.
Oh yeah, I'll watch. Bring my laptop.
All right, let's break down Class 4A real quick. We saw a fantastic state championship game, one of the top games last year in the state championship games, with Wagner redeeming themselves over the Cushing Tigers. Got blown out in the regular season. Win it at Chad Richardson Stadium last year. Coach Condit always finds ways to win state championship games. He's won more state championship games than some teams have even qualified to play in the championship game.
He's a winner.
He is a winner. And listen to him talk last year with you on the field was really good.
It was probably my favorite interview I've ever done. And part of it was the moment, right? And it was just really a
walk
cool
off,
moment. It was just cool, the whole thing. But the way he put everything back to his assistant coaches and his players and the community and just pushed everything away from himself when really he's got every reason to say, look at me.
Right.
I mean, it really just impressive. And also in the pregame, how he handled very graciously the opposing head coach. And it was just really cool. That was probably my favorite game for all of those reasons
brought in
last year.
2 different kickers.
Just cool. And then we told the story about why he went with the kid, and the knee injury, just everything. It was just it's what makes high school sports so cool.
Yeah.
No doubt about that.
Yeah, it was really good.
Don't forget Lincoln Christian, Heritage Hall, Holland Hall. They're all 4A next year.
Oh, boy.
They're all 4A
next
year.
4A, you're on notice.
Grant Oliver, we'll go with our audience first. Grant Wagner 1. Let me look at here.
Okay, I like that.
That's good. Poto 2.
I like that.
Yeah, Tuttle 2. Blanchard 3.
Okay.
Clinton 4.
Oh boy.
And Poto 5.
All right.
And 4A is loaded.
Sipping a little bit.
Great, you're in the neighborhood. You're in the neighborhood. T-Fred, what's T-Fred got for us? 1 Wagner, Poto 2, Tuttle 3, Blanchard 4, Wither 5.
T-Fred is the man. He knows exactly what he's talking about.
That's my top 5.
He's just off a little bit.
Oh.
Well, that's mine too.
That's my top 5.
That's my top 5.
Imagine that.
Well, we didn't talk to T-Fred either before the show.
So you say.
T-Fred's a genius.
What do you got, Phil?
Well, I took a flyer on this one. I put Elk City in at the 5 hole. Now they're a very good football team. That's the one that I'm going to get to talk a lot of smack later in the year to you, Ronnie. Right there.
Yeah, if I put Elk City in my top 5 and he didn't, I'd be hearing about it right now.
You had Stillwater number 1 and 6A2. I'm just going to say
I'll take the high road.
So stop.
I'll take the high road.
So 4 is Blanchard for me. 3 is Poto. 2 is Tuttle. And I'm going with Wagner, preseason number 1.
Yeah, I got Wagner number 1 as well. Yeah, 4A, always a fun class to watch.
The most loaded class.
Yeah,
it's going to be fun.
It is definitely loaded. And some great players in 4A. Blanchard, I went back and forth with Blanchard Tuttle. Tuttle's got the running game with the 2 running backs. Got to find a quarterback. But Blanchard has a quarterback. So I feel more comfortable in the running game than Tuttle's running game than Blanchard's passing game. Of course, we'll find out, but that's my way too early.
What's that old saying? 2 out of 3 things are bad when you throw the ball?
Yeah, I think Barry Switzer came up with that.
That's pretty good. Pretty good phrase.
Blanchard's got a great offensive lineman and Ross Johnston to protect the quarterback, Cooksey. So, 4A will be fun to watch. Cushing, I think they come down just a little bit.
Still a top 10 team.
Still a top 10 team. They got some receivers they got to replace. The quarterback, I think they have to replace.
Burlitz,
I think Newcastle, they're close to bumping up to 5A numbers as far as ADM. So another one, Clinton. I think Grant mentioned Clinton.
Clinton could be right there. I mean, I would say that's maybe his Grant's flyer also, though I think he had him 3 or 4, didn't he? I think he had him 3 or 4, but it'll probably 4. I think is what Grant had.
Ada's got some good linebackers coming back too, so they'll be able to play a little bit in 4A. Be top 10 team.
Craig Cunningham adds his thoughts on 4A. Wagner wins 4A. And then he also has that receiver they got, is scary looking dude, 6'5", 205 pounds. Let's see if I can find out who he's talking about real quick. Wide receiver. I don't. For Wagner. We'll get his name here. Hopefully in a little bit.
You got Alex Shield Knight. He's the tight end, 6'4".
Maybe that's who. Maybe
that's probably who he's talking about.
The tight end. Yeah.
And he was all there.
Yes.
He was a big boy.
6'4", 235, and he'll be playing next year too. At Wagner High School.
Welcome back.
Yeah. So I saw a Wagner Bulldog alum, Nikki, at the Chamber of Coffee this morning.
Very good.
I call her Bulldog now. She goes, "You just say Bulldog because you don't remember my name." I said, "I do too."
Nikki.
She had her Casa for Kids name tag on there. So, hard not to root for Wagner.
It is.
I know a lot of people don't like teams that win all the time, but it's really easy to root for.
I appreciate a good
I
dynasty.
just respect it.
Yeah.
I mean, we've had, us being in 5A2, we have this huge rivalry with Carl Albert and have
which
for
is
years.
one state championship away from tying Ada. Or tying Ada. I think they're tied with Jinx right now.
But
19.
And so many times people would say, well, how can you be a fan of Carl Albert? Well, I like good football. I mean, and year in, year out, they're just a great football team.
I wonder what Grant's playing days at Colorado, how his percentage of success on quarterback duck was. It's a play where...
Oh, no, I know what it is.
yeah.
I have nightmares about it.
Yeah.
You remember who else did the duck play a couple years ago?
Clinton.
Clinton, yeah.
I mean, that worked all night. Got him a state title.
The shortstop for Oklahoma now.
Yeah.
Quarterback.
Yeah.
Caden Powell.
Yep.
All right, let's dive into Class 3A football. 3A will look different next year. It will look different next year because Heritage Hall and Lincoln and all these other great teams are headed to 4A for a couple of years. And let's go 3A. Grant Oliver will have his. He goes with Heritage Hall 1, Lincoln Christian 2, Holland Hall 3. Ooh, that's a big rebound season for Holland Hall.
What?
And number 4, Metro Christian. And number 5, Perkins Tryon. Real close.
He had to have hit his head.
He likes the underdogs.
Oh, no.
I got Heritage Hall 1, Lincoln Christian 2, Metro Christian 3, Verdigris 4, and I do have Perkins 5.
Yeah, mine same group of teams. I have Heritage Hall 1, Metro Christian 2, Verdigris 3, Lincoln Christian 4, Perkins 5.
You're wrong, Phil.
Okay.
Heritage Hall, Lincoln Christian, Verdigris 3, Metro Christian, and then Perkins, number 5.
That's pretty close to what Grant has. T. Fred goes.
Ours were almost identical.
Oh, no, they're not.
T. Fred, Heritage Hall 1, Lincoln Christian 2, Metro Christian 3, Verdigris 4, and Cassia Hall 5.
I can see Cash Hall in the top 5. I respectable.
I think that's some of T. Fred's private school coming out anyway.
Oh, yeah.
Well, they're all almost
2,
private schools.
3,
Yeah, but this is-
4 out of 5.
I'm trying to build the show.
Okay.
Jeez.
What was it? There's Verdigris, Stigler, and Perkins.
I got 2 of them in the top 5. Maybe I have a little bit of public school leaning.
Government kids.
Government kids.
That's an
Inside joke.
inside joke, yes. Make sure who else we're missing in 3A football. Sulphur, Plainview. Boy, every time I think of Plainview, I think of Ardmore. Ardmore,
Stigler.
beginning next year, Ardmore, 4A football.
That's crazy. That feels wrong.
Woodward, 3A football next year.
That feels weird.
Yeah, Plainview, Dixon, getting a lot of kids from Elgin. They're getting some Lawton kids are sneaking over.
Yeah, I mean,
to the
the schools you saw bigger are now getting smaller. Shawnee, same way. They're losing people
North
to
Rock Creek.
North Rock Creek and other schools, and you see they're way down in their athletics.
Yeah.
Which they were
And
top
numbers. Yeah.
For
years in 5A. They were one of the top dogs when I was there 20 years ago.
In every sport.
Yep.
Yeah.
Paul's Valley,
Yeah.
another team. We haven't mentioned Kingfisher.
Yeah.
They got
Probably a reason for that.
off the field stuff going on over there. We'll
Interesting
see
times.
if they can put that behind them. That's ongoing investigation and
That's just hard. I mean, I know they're doing the best they can to work through it, but that's a tough one for the community.
Paul's Valley, famous alum,
Which one?
David Jackson,
Oh, the most
executive director.
The most
Executive
famous one.
director.
Yeah.
Yep.
I thought it was going to be that guy that played football at OU.
Paul's Valley. You thinking Winniewood?
I'm thinking of Winniewood. Never
James
mind.
Allen.
James Allen. Sorry.
James Allen, yes.
My bad.
All right, let's dive into Class 2A football. 2A's not too bad either. It's a little top heavy, but that was another fun state championship game last year with Washington and Millwood. And no surprise, Washington strong number 1. I think that's going to be a strong number 1 for everybody.
Most people, yeah.
I think everybody, unless you wear a Falcon blue.
Unless you're Millwood, yeah.
Unless you wear Falcon blue. But T. Fred goes with Washington 1, Millwood 2, Jones 3, Vian 4. Oh, T. Fred, we were almost identical.
He
went with the Warriors. Idabel Lady Warrior basketball is good, but I'm with T. Fred except for number 5. I'm gonna throw Beggs in there. They got Red Martell, the great running back. Yeah. I think he's a very, very good player. So I'm going to put Beggs at number 5. The Demons, although they kind of surprised, had a not so strong finish last year.
I'm with you there on T-Fred. I just got the 3 and 4 switch with you.
So what's yours?
I got Washington, Millwood, Vian, Jones, then Idabel. Just two opposite of T-Fred there.
I'm similar. I got Washington, Millwood, Vian, Beggs, Jones.
Grant Oliver. Washington 1, Millwood 2, Jones 3.
Oh, there's a mistake.
We're our top 3. He's got Idabel 4. Man, I guess I'm not on the Idabel.
No Jones. He doesn't. No respect for Jones.
Who's got him 3?
5.
Oh, who am I thinking of? Oh, Beggs. No respect for Beggs. Might have the best running back in 3A.
I don't know who would be.
I don't know who'd be better.
Washington's got a couple tight ends. They got a quarterback that's coming back. And Washington is just.
Yeah, Washington's loaded.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're loaded.
Yeah.
They hand out a lot of medals down in Washington.
They do.
Softball,
baseball,
football.
Yeah.
Do they wrestle?
I don't know. I don't remember.
I don't remember Washington in wrestling.
I don't think they do.
I've gone to a few state championships there. I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Craig Cunningham adds Washington for sure takes number 1 there. They may not go undefeated though. I think there's a couple of teams they could beat them. They don't. I ran out of space. They don't lose more than 2 games though. If they lose 2 games, that's
I'll be very shocked they lose.
They lose 2 games. I'm growing hair. Well, I can't, but I mean, if I could, I would.
And that's a good. I'm glad Craig mentioned that because we go through over the last couple of weeks we've gone through each team and really dug into the top 5-6 teams in each class. So if you want to go to secondbananamedia.com or go to our YouTube and search all these individual schools, we do break down each school and what we think their season records will be. So I can't remember. I can look up Washington's.
They were undefeated.
Yeah, I think we all had them undefeated. But I'm trying to play along with Craig to see who would beat Washington this year. I don't know if they're playing UCO or Tulsa, so he might be right. I want to make sure that the Golden Hurricane is not on the Washington. I'm getting there. I promise.
It's Vian, Sulphur, Jones, Frederick. If I'm looking at the right one, Community Christian, Crooked Oak, Lindsay, Purcell, Comanche, Little Axe.
So he's thinking Vian could possibly be one of them.
It's the top 5 matchup.
Yeah.
Jones.
And
top
Jones.
5,
Yeah, maybe
top 5
he's probably talking about Vian and Jones.
So, you never know. Anything definitely can happen.
It's not going to, but I mean, it could happen.
It could.
Yeah.
All right. Let's jump into the last one here. We'll take one more break after this, and we'll wrap it up. Class A football, and another good one. Fairview and Gore last year in the title game. By the way, orange and green was perfect color. It was a perfect color.
That was nice.
That was a fun game, too.
It was.
Yeah.
Gore's helmets are really cool, too.
They are.
The Oklahoma with the Gore there. So, all right. Let's go with our guest first. And Grant Oliver, Wynnewood.
What happened?
Hominy, Fairview, Ringling, Hooker.
What's going on here?
Put the bottle down, Grant. What's Grant doing?
Wynnewood won? Am I missing something?
Yeah, no, I'm off on that one.
He's playing a funny. He's got to be joking.
I mean, they got Caden Knighton. I mean, he's
James Allen.
He's coming back.
Caden Knighton's a real good running back there, Wynnewood, but I don't think he's good enough to carry them to number 1 ranking right now.
Well, there's 10 other positions on the field.
That's what I'm saying.
Wynnewood is undefeated right now.
They are undefeated.
They got as good a chance as anything we're talking about. Huh. All right, buddy.
All right. Wynnewood won.
We still love you.
Hold on. I'm dissecting this here a little bit. Wynnewood 1, Hominy 2, Fairview 3, Ringling 4, and Hooker 5. The Bulldogs out in western Oklahoma. Okay. All right. We'll talk about that here in a second. T-Fred 1, Fairview. Okay.
Ooh, look at number 2.
Look at him.
Tigers.
Let's go.
He's
coming strong.
Are you running for mayor and Crescent, T-Fred?
T-Fred's
Attaboy.
cruising up and down Grand Boulevard in Crescent.
Holy cow.
T-Fred's eating corn in the end zone.
Absolutely.
Let's go.
Call cord number 3, Hominy 4, Stroud, the Fighting Eric Harlows at number 5 for T-Fred. All right.
That's good.
Interesting.
That is,
Both of those are completely opposite of each other.
That's awesome, though.
So what's so great about high school football, right?
Is one trying to be real and one's trying to be funny? Or
Yeah,
I don't know.
I think Grant's
Maybe
either
no.
Grant had a head injury.
Well, Grant has Wynnewood winning Class A.
He does.
He texted to me.
Write that down.
Yeah. Right. No, I got it in text message.
Okay, very good. We got proof.
Get that notarized and we'll be good.
Yeah.
All right. Class A, I have, I have Crescent number 5.
I have Crescent 5.
I have Crescent 5 as well.
All right. T-Fred, we're not quite there yet.
But we feel you.
Yeah.
But it's all right.
Love for you to get there.
Yeah.
Crescent was in the state championship game back in 2017.
We took a ride with him.
Crescent and Cashion, by the way, not in the same district next year, next 2 years.
Wow.
Well, what happened there?
Yeah.
Crescent starting to win too much?
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe, I don't know.
That's a shot right there.
I got Crescent 5. Hominy, I got them at number 4.
4.
Ringling number 3. Again, off-field issues there. We'll see how that plays out. I got Ronnie's Colcord number 2.
Let's go.
And I got the defending state champions at number 1, Fairview.
Yeah, I go Crescent 5. I have Stroud. Not Stroud. I can't read on what is that?
It's Stroud.
Yeah,
is that Stroud?
That's Stroud. That's 4.
Stroud at 4. Ringling at 3. Colcord 2 and Fairview at 1.
You're a genius, Phil. That's exactly what I have. He's so
we
smart.
finally got there.
He's always been a smart guy.
We finally got there.
Always been a smart guy.
Took all night.
Go Colcord.
All right, we got to take our final time out. When we come back, state championship picks. Write it down.
Oh, it's easy.
It's easy?
Oh, yeah.
All right, give us your state championship picks as well. On the other side, this is the High School Huddle presented by Generations Church.
At Generations Church, we exist to love God, love people, and serve both well. We're a multi-generational, multicultural church that believes in being a light to our city and our region. At Generations, we don't believe that church can be put in a box. We're a church that accepts all people from all walks of life, young, old, rich, and poor, and you will feel welcome at Generations. Join us at 10 a.m. every Sunday at 2524 West Noble in Guthrie, America. You can also join us at generationsguthrie.online.church.
Hey, you in the third row. Yes, you. When was your last dental checkup? Dr. Louis Turney and his staff provide dental care in a fun, relaxing environment. Still not convinced? Prefer to sleep through your appointment? No problem. We can do that too. Our staff can ensure you have a relaxing experience no matter what. Got kids? Hey, so do we. Come see what all the moms are talking about. Our kid-friendly staff loves to provide care to even the tiniest of teeth. Give us a call today. We've got the whole family covered.
Give Dr. Louis Turney a call at 282-7600.
Today I'm sharing Golden Chick with the world. Are you ready to taste Golden Chick for the first time? 100% tenderloin. That's where the golden tenders come from. Marinated for 24 hours.
It is amazing.
Then we also got the rolls, made fresh.
It feels like they were just baked.
You know why it feels that way? They were.
Every time I go, I like to get extra rolls, so I love it.
We are being kind of photobombed right now by the one and only Clucky. Have you met Clucky the chicken? Don't get too starstruck. He's just a regular guy. One taste and you're golden. He's on Tender. That's like a chicken dating app.
Sometimes you need immediate care and can't get in to see your doctor during regular hours. With Mercy Convenient Care in Guthrie, you can walk in without an appointment and get the medical attention you need at a lower cost and with shorter waiting time than your local emergency room. The Mercy Convenient Care is located at 2919 South Division. For any concerns, call 405-282-6301. Services are provided by Mercy Hospital, Logan County. Choose Guthrie. Choose Mercy. Aspen Roofing is a family-owned roofing company with more than 20 years of experience and achievements across Oklahoma. Aspen Roofing takes pride in the personal service we provide on each job, and we strive to maintain the highest level of quality while offering our customers a reasonable price. It is our commitment to help you understand the process of getting a new roof from start to finish. Call Robbie Hudson for a free roofing estimate at 405-562-0026.
Exxon was founded by 2 combat-proven veterans to help businesses grow from mediocre to exceptional. We know from experience that your culture and trust throughout the organization drive superior performance. Most business owners focus on the urgent rather than the important. They are just struggling to survive. The team at Exxon helps owners identify challenges, build solutions, and focus on growth. Do you trust your team? Does your team trust you? If not, we can help. We are Exxon.
Welcome back to the High School Huddle, presented by Generations Church.
Welcome back. Final segment here on the High School Huddle presented by Generations Church. Big thank you to our good friends at Generations Church. And love God, love people, serve both well. do a great job. A lot of great things happening at Generations Church. They continue to get bigger and bigger,
Sure do.
and stronger and stronger. And Pastor Josh Seabolt and the crew out there do a wonderful job. And you might not be in Guthrie, but you can always visit their website at generationsguthrie.com. And they can help you out with anything that you might have. If they can't help you, they can point you in the right direction.
Great people.
With any help, or if you just want a prayer, or they can do anything like that. So we appreciate them a whole lot. Well, we have state championship. We got a great live audience tonight. I know a lot of you guys are catching the replay. We will be here every Wednesday night, 6 p.m. throughout the entire high school football season. So anytime we tweet or Facebook, we ask that you share, reshare as the show continues to grow and grow as we broadcast here at the Segment Ad Media Studios here in downtown Guthrie. And we really appreciate you checking us out. SegmentAdMedia.com, a podcast network, a very amounts of podcasts.
Going to have one after this show.
Yeah. Stay tuned. After this show, we're going to have another podcast. So that's why you got to go to YouTube, subscribe, and like so you'll be notified when we do that. Look forward to that here in a little bit. It's the Open Mic Podcast. It's us three again. And you can ask anything you want about life.
Oh, boy.
And I'll give you an answer, and it'll be the right one.
All right. It is state championship picks before even a pass or a handoff, before scrimmages even start.
Yep.
Question.
We'll go back to this night before we go to Chad Richardson Stadium.
Yep.
For that Friday night game. We'll come back here and look and see who is a genius.
Okay, so
this guy, right?
We got predictions tonight. We come on the show again Wednesday before anybody played. Can we change it next Wednesday?
Nope.
Or is this set in stone right now?
This is your preseason state championship. Now, we'll
stand by.
First round of the playoffs, you can have another one. So you have
second chance bracket.
Second chance bracket.
I hate that.
Well, Phil, you're not gonna be wrong. So what's the matter, right?
You have two chances.
Last year, I just don't like the what it projects.
Phil, me and you picked Booker T to win 6A2 last year. It was a great idea.
Second chance is a great idea. Second chance is a tremendous idea.
This is where you could be a true genius. If you pick it before the playoffs, you're like,
you mean like that year I picked Wausau to win state title in 6A1?
I was like,
genius.
Yeah, you got one right last year with Carl Robert, right?
Yeah, I got a bunch of them, but over the years. But I
got a bunch of them.
Broken Arrow won a state championship, and
I got a surprise in 5A.
All right, here we go. Ooh, 5A. All right, we'll start in Class A. We'll start in Class A. T-Fred has Colcord winning the state championship.
That's
great pick.
Good pick.
Cody Hornets. Knox has Fairview winning back-to-back state championships.
Good pick.
Craig, we're looking for your Class A state champion. Grant Oliver's Class A state champion.
Weenie Wood.
He doubled down.
Doubled down.
I need a disclaimer.
Yeah, I don't know if we can have that on the show, can we?
Phil, you got 5 seconds to talk to Grant.
Grant, brother, I love you. You just got married. I'm happy for you and your wife.
It's over.
Okay.
All right. Class A state champion, Ronnie?
Oh, I love my Colcord Hornets.
He does.
Back-to-back state champs. Fairview goes back-to-back.
Fairview. Craig Cunningham says, give me Fairview.
Yep. Hard to go away from that.
Phil, he says it's hard to go away from that.
Craig's a brilliant man. Fairview.
Fairview.
Oh, you're pretty good, too.
Wow.
Yeah. Go ahead and say it, Chris.
I have it circled right here before we even got started. Fairview will not win a state championship. Get the parade route in Colcord, Oklahoma. The Hornets are winning. They were so close last year. So close.
Let me see. He does. He's got it circled.
Can I switch?
Nope.
Week 11. Week 11. Week 11.
Oh, that's a great pick. I like Colcord. I love Colcord. I was on the bandwagon last year.
You rode that horse all last year.
Sure did, baby.
All right.
I don't know why I'm jumping off now.
Got a great quarterback.
You're going to talk yourself out of Colcord.
No. Fairview is at the highest they've been, and boy, they are excited in Fairview. But I'm going Colcord. All right, Class 2A state championships. Let's take a look at it here. T-Fred has the Washington Warriors going back to back. Cody Knox has the Washington Warriors winning the 2A state championship. Craig, we're looking for yours. Grant Oliver's 2A state championship.
Wolverton. No, just kidding. No.
Well,
are you kidding? Shock me right now.
Yeah, Washington.
Wilburton, just outside of McAllister.
That's right.
That's right. Yep.
Yeah.
I went first last time. Yeah.
That's right. Phil?
Oh, Washington. Yeah.
Washington.
Yeah.
Jaden Akins at Millwood. Hear me out.
Wide receiver.
Stud. Basketball court and football court. They will give Washington all they want. But Washington will win the state championship.
Good ball game last year.
Washington will win the state championship.
Craig Cunningham goes with Washington as well. Washington across the board.
Yep.
Pretty good odds.
Pretty good football team.
All right. Get your picks in for Class 3A football. And 3A will look different after this year. This year, same characters. Heritage Hall, Lincoln Christian, Metro Christian, Vertigers, Perkins. Even Grant has Hall and Hall in there too. So
go figure.
But Stigler just outside. Stigler next year, not this year. Next year though. Yep. All right. I get to go first on this
Grant
one.
Oliver has the Hall.
Grant Oliver has Heritage Hall.
Yep.
Cody Knox has Heritage Hall.
Yep.
T. Fred has Heritage Hall. Yep. Chris Evans has Heritage Hall.
Ronnie Phillips has Heritage Hall.
Phil Nichols has Heritage Hall.
Heritage Hall.
Andy Bass is going to have a good year.
Yeah. Great weight program.
Maybe the question is, who are they playing in the championship?
Verdigris.
Lincoln Christian.
I want to be Verdigris.
Depending on how the brackets fell,
That's right.
I think Lincoln Christian. Okay.
Go Perkins.
Go Perkins.
Yeah. Yes. Doug Ogle, new superintendent at Perkins.
Absolutely. Congratulations, awesome. Doug Ogle.
Yep.
I miss Doug.
I do too. Everybody liked Doug.
Yes, everyone loves Doug. Yep. Okay. All right. 4A football.
Be some arguing here.
All right, here we go. All right. 4A football. T. Fred. Poto, the Pirates.
Good pick.
Good pick.
Good pick. Eastern Oklahoma. Yep. Cody Knox. Poto.
Okay.
Grant Oliver.
Poto?
Oh, sorry. Oh. Yeah, that's one job.
Oh, Wagner. He has Wagner.
Okay. So we got.
He's redeeming himself a little bit.
Yeah.
We got a couple Potos and a Wagner now. Yeah. Ronnie?
I got Wagner.
Tied 2-2.
Tied 2-2.
Yeah, 2-2. Wagner, 3-2.
Ooh. What happens if I pick Poto and it's 3-3?
You won't. You pick Wagner.
That's right. 4-2. Wagner. The Bulldogs. I'm doing it for Nikki. Costa for kids. Craig Cunningham also picks Wagner.
After that coaching display last year in the state championship game, it's hard to go against that because Cushing came in on fire, looking good. When I saw the Cushing kids before a game doing video and stuff like that, they are very animated, just like Wagner was, but then it got shut down real quick because they had all kinds of confidence coming into that game.
You remember in the regular season, Cushing absolutely dog walked Wagner.
Why they had all kinds of swag.
I think it was 40-0 or something. I mean, they just beat the brakes off of them.
They had a lot of confidence going in.
It's a long season. You get better.
Absolutely. All right. We moved to Class 5A, Class Carl Albert. And is everyone,
do we have to do this?
Okay. Everybody's picking Carl Albert. Okay. Well, Grant might have.
Grant's high on those Piedmont.
Wow. Grant has Carl Albert. The real question is
who's in the championship?
Other than Muskogee, a 6A team, anybody in 5A, is there anybody that can keep them within 3 touchdowns? Honestly.
Dale City can.
If they play, they could. There's a chance.
There's other factors.
Yeah, people.
I don't know if Kevin Sperry's even won the quarterback job yet, though.
Oh boy,
are you pulling a panic? Are you being Grant right now?
No, I'm just saying they had a quarterback in Cash Ferris, but
oh boy, look at what Grant Oliver just said.
But they,
he's just.
Well, he's closer with Elgin than he is Piedmont.
Is he recruiting a kid to Duncan from Elgin right now or something?
It's illegal.
Oh, Kevin Sperry wins the job.
Yeah.
Everyone's picking Carl Albert, right?
Yeah,
yes. I've never been more confident in my life.
No, what Grant's saying is Elgin will play Carl Albert in the championship.
Oh, okay.
I asked who will they play in the championship game. So that's what he's saying. He's saying Elgin. Yeah, that's what.
Okay.
I got you, Grant. I got you.
Scared me a little bit there.
Okay. Everybody's picking Carl Albert. Cody, T. Fred, Craig, Grant.
If you're not your band.
Did Kevin give us one? Did Craig give us one?
Craig.
Does he have to? He surely.
Well, he's been participating all night.
Yeah, I think this one's pretty obvious, Phil.
If you're watching the replay, put in the comments.
Yeah, absolutely.
Craig, we're waiting for your 5A. Go ahead and put your 6A1, 6A2 in there, and we won't be held up. We got to get to our next show here in a few minutes. 6A2.
Hurry up.
6A2 state championship picks. Cody Knox has the Stillwater Pioneers going back-to-back. Stillwater took 40, 50 years to win a state championship in between their titles.
He's got them winning 2.
Now he's got them winning 2 in a row. Got to find a quarterback. Got a new head coach. They got a good tight end. We'll see. T. Fred Choctaw Yellow Jackets. Waiting on a quarterback.
Somebody needs to check on T-Fred.
Yeah.
Is he okay?
Still Wassell's not there anymore.
Yeah.
Okay, so T-Fred waiting on Grant Oliver?
Grant Oliver has the Muskogee Ruffers win it all.
It's a good pick.
Good pick.
It's a good pick.
All right, Phil.
I never dreamed this day would come, Chris.
Craig Cunningham says, I am biased Pokes fan. I am picking Stillwater.
Okay, that's fine.
Nothing wrong with bias.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yep.
I've had a long history with Deer Creek in football.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
I didn't prepare.
Yeah, I know. I have Deer Creek winning 6A too. I know. No,
Grady Adamson.
I know.
Quarterback.
He's a big part of the reason.
They got 3 returning starters on defense.
That's right. When you score 80 a game, you can win a lot of ball games.
Wow. Phil going with the Deer Creek Antlers.
Yep.
Chris?
Deer Creek Antlers. Deer Creek Antlers to win the 6A2 state championship.
I'm going to ride the arm.
I think I have Muskogee number 1 right now.
Yeah.
And Deer Creek number 2. Both great quarterbacks, 3 returning starters on defense. As the season prolongs, the defense gets better. I like Deer Creek. I like all their points on offense.
And they have a great offensive coordinator.
Yes. So I'm going Deer Creek to win the state championship in 6A2. Ronnie?
I think Deer Creek is going to be really good. Grady Abson, we've been high on him since his sophomore year. Throw the ball anywhere. He's already getting offers from places like Memphis and other places like that. But I have the Muskogee Ruffers hoisting the gold ball in December.
So as expected, 6A2, we hear Stillwater, we hear Muskogee, we hear Deer Creek, we hear Choctaw. So we're not hearing Sand Springs, we're not hearing Ponca, we're not hearing Bartlesville. So
Norman North.
We'll see. That's 6A1. We'll see how.
Oh, sorry.
We'll see how 6A2 plays out.
Yep.
If it was kind of 4 or 5 top heavy last year.
Yeah, it was.
I love
Could be again
6A2.
this year.
I do too. It became one of my favorite classes.
All right, the last one to choose from here is 6A1 state championship pick here. Again, high school huddle rankings, Union 1, Bixby 2, Jinx 3, Owasso 4, Norman North 5. And I think Westmore will have a great chance of trying to get in the top 5.
Oh,
we'll see. Okay. State championship pick for Phil Nichols.
I got to go first?
Yeah. Who went first?
I didn't go first. I think you go first.
I go first?
Yeah.
All right. I will go first with this one. My preseason number 1 is Union. Shaker Rizik, confirmed starting quarterback, solid quarterback. We'll play Division I quarterback. Bixby, Jinx, Owasso, looking for state championships. Norman North Westmore plays on the west side. Give me the Union or Red Hawks, state champions.
I got Bixby number 1.
Yep.
Start the season. The defending state champs. They've won every game, it seems like, for the last 75 years. So Bixby is my number 1, but when you talk about quarterback, you got to talk about Shaker Rizik, right? He's got offers from Utah. He's got offers from Minnesota. He's got offers from Tennessee. The guy's the real deal. The guy can play football, and he's the reason why Union will win the 6A1 state championship.
Union. 2 for Union.
Yep.
Wow.
Craig Cunningham says Bixby.
Bixby.
Cody Knox says Bixby.
Bixby.
There's 2-2. T. Fred has Bixby.
Bixby.
3-2 Bixby. Grant Oliver.
Bixby.
4-2. So no matter what Phil goes with, it's Bixby consensus. But
Well, like I said earlier, great head coach over there at Bixby.
Coach Fred.
Yeah, they've won everything. I made a point to say he's not playing, right? Because you got to have the players.
Oh, Lauren Montgomery.
Yeah, Lauren Montgomery.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were talking about you.
No. Lauren Montgomery.
Lauren Montgomery.
Great coach, great program. Been dominant in 6A2 and 6A1 the last several years. Mm-hmm. It'll continue, boys. Bixby wins the state title this year.
Union.
Well, I thought you were mad at him for last.
It was for show.
Oh, okay.
Union.
I can't be mad at Bixby.
I got Union.
I do too. You let me down, Union, in the state semifinals. Owasso beat you.
Shaker's not going to let that happen again.
Ruined a great.
Does Shaker
could've been a
play
state
defense
champion.
too?
Oh no! You said it a segment ago. They can score 80 points and it doesn't matter about their defense.
That was Deer Creek.
You said that last segment.
But that was Deer Creek.
Yeah, no, but Shaker, Union can do the same thing.
First show is in the books. We appreciate you checking out the live show. A lot of people catching the replays as well. Leave your comments on your top 5 in each class. Leave us your state championship pick as well, and we'll talk about games next week. Scrimmages are Thursday and Friday, but we are talking games next week. We'll have our top 10 games of the week, and we'll break down a whole lot more. We appreciate you checking us out this week, and be sure to write us down on your calendar. Every Wednesday night, 6 o'clock here on our YouTube channel, also on our Facebook page, YouTube, go to Second Banana Media, subscribe, like, and on our Facebook page, we're there at the High School Huddle. Also, a good presence increasing on Twitter at High School Huddle,
X.
X. High School Huddle, HUDL is how you spell that there. So,
Grant can just let it go.
What did he say?
Go Winniewood.
Grant, you get the last word.
There you go, Grant.
Go Winniewood. For Ronnie Phillips, Phil Nichols, Chris Evans, we'll talk to you next week here on the High School Huddle.